Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Hard running there. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time. Fires on the move. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Finds space on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's a really, really good route by the receiver. It's called a corner route. Did a great job sticking his foot in the ground and running towards the sidelines and running right to that hole in the defense.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's There's the heat. That's reeled in. It's Hardy.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football.
Well, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's
turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. The sure hands, it's Williams. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. First and 10 coming up. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On a little time, lets it go. Finds his tight end. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Look out, he's got room. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it first and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. To the air, it's Simpson. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown Tide.
Number 1 with the grab and the score.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Missouri wants to go fast.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Hardy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's on target and complete. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players.
There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer certainly gave growing pains to the Crimson Tide, and they're expecting progress in year 2.
It wasn't smooth. I mean, you expand the playoff, obviously, further, and they still don't make it, so a lot of upset Alabama fans, Jesse, but year 2, obviously, a chance to change that. More of his guys, more of his system.
Yeah, there were some bright spots a year ago in Kalen DeBoer's first season. Obviously, beating Georgia at home was a big one, but this is a team that definitely stumbled down the stretch, and you're right. This is a team that has expectations to compete for national championships. They have to take the next step this year.
The give is to Miller. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the right. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem. The grab, the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Jones. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You were set up to succeed, and 2 straight incompletions. A big 3rd down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
With the catch, it's Horton. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll envision the ball flying as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So
Jets continues to fight for yards. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
The short hands, it's Coleman. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. He wants to change this route. Second down, he'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Green. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Simpson. Makes the grab. It's Bernard. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That's caught. It's Bernard. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Trying to find the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Snatches it on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Back's got it. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Now, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first. And, man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Going right and going deep. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Looking down the middle. Found the spot in the defense. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet.
Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down, looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. If you turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
To the air on second down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Missouri, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. Finds a man in the middle. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking for the 2-point try. He wants to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to...
Makes the grab past the marker. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Under fire. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the fourth quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Going to sling it on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Looking down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.